When I was a sophomore at Carroll, one of my teachers called a few of us together, 2 sophomores, 2 juniors, and I think 2 freshmen. I can't remember. I think it was 2 freshmen. And he encouraged us to form a political party to run against the candidate who was running for president of the student government. That candidate's name was Monk Malloy, Ed Monk Malloy, and Monk Malloy was an excellent student and a phenomenal athlete, great basketball player, all-met basketball player. So this priest encouraged us to run against him, create a political party, which we did, and we called it the Student Independence Party. And I was a sophomore. Now, we lost the election, but the experience of forming a political party and thinking and knowing that you can change society, you can change an organization by working together was inspirational for me, and it impacted my entire life. Interestingly, Monk Malloy went on to become the president of the University of Notre Dame. So I've always taken some pride in saying that I ran against the guy who eventually became the president of the University of Notre Dame. And so there was always a spirit at Carroll that you could create something that would make change, would make a difference. And when I came back in 1990, as the school was beginning this last 30-year period of coeducation, we had a phenomenal social justice program. We had a teacher, Robert O'Derney, who taught every single junior that came through Carroll over a period of 20-some years. And he created a program that was an outreach program to, not only did he talk about social justice issues, which he did in his class, but he told the students that they can make a difference in the world, but they have to be active. They can't make a difference just thinking about it or talking about it. They have to be active. And so I think the spirit that inspired me as a sophomore, I could see inspiring our students when I came back through Robert O'Derney's vision. And so our students have been active in working in soup kitchens and food drives. I remember a kid one time, I was up in Silver Spring and I was walking into a Starbucks, and there was a homeless man there, and he asked me for money, and I kind of blew him off. And I went in and got a Starbucks coffee, and I'm thinking, I spent all this money for a cup of coffee, and I couldn't give that homeless man $1. And so as I'm walking back out, I see this teenager handing the man $1. And I waited a minute, and when they parted, and the teenager started walking by me to get to the Metro bus, I said to him, "Where do you go to school?" And he said, "Carroll." He was one of the students at Carroll while I was working there doing fundraising. And I thought, wow, that's what Carroll's all about. And if we teach our young people that they have responsibility for the world and for the problems of the world, and that they can make a difference, then we're successful. And I think that's the other thing that has united Carroll students over the years, and that's this sense that you can make a difference, you have to be active, and you have to be concerned, you have to be compassionate. And hopefully we're still doing that through our religious education program, our social justice program, and our outreach, our social outreach programs.
Okay, last question. You spent a significant part of your life here.
Really?
As a student, as an adult, and so now we're in the part where, you know, your legacy is tied to Carroll's past, present, and future.
Yeah.
Tell us how you feel about that, what that means for you.
Well, okay. I'm reminded that I spent 4 years as a student here and 29, 30 years as an administrator. So a significant part of my life, obviously, has been dedicated to Archbishop Carroll High School. And I look back on that, because I'm retired now. I help out part-time. But I look back on those years at Carroll and think, I spent my life well. It was a great, great experience. I have absolutely no regrets. I feel very good about my life and my ministry. I know that we have raised a lot of money, and that could never have happened if people didn't believe in the mission at Archbishop Carroll High School and support the mission. People told me when I first started in this business that if you have the right mission and you're able to present that mission to people, they will support it. And I have found great support from alumni and from friends of the high school, friends that I've known over the years in my other ministries. Many people have been really supportive, and I feel very good about all of that. I feel good about our students. Just this morning, I saw two of our alumni came back to visit the school, and I remember them both very well when they were students here at Carroll. And they were good kids, normal kids, active, and have turned out to be wonderful adults, and I'm so proud of that. I'm actually being interviewed now by one of our former students who I remember very well as a student, and I remember how she got interested in public relations through a program that we had here at the school, and here she is back, and she's interviewing me about my life as a student and as an administrator at Archbishop Carroll High School. Now, what's not to feel good about that? I mean, that means you've done something, you've accomplished something.
Thank you.